Rob Compton. Been with Infinity for 2 years. I work for Florida Business Development Team as the regional manager for the state. When I was 13, I received a very important call in my life. It was a moment in which I knew for certain God was speaking to me. And I knew for certain that God had put a calling on my life. Didn't understand what it meant. I didn't understand where or what role it would be, but knew God had a call in my life. I was excited about it. I was excited about it to persevere through it, and I wanted to be the best I could be. And so for the next few years, I was very involved in church, carrying my Bible with me everywhere I went, school included. Never preached or judged anybody at all, but it was a matter of just always God was first. And then came my senior year. And I remember sitting in class one day, I remember them talking about a party. And I'd never gone to a party or done anything like that at all. Just always chose not to do it. And for the first time, my belief system was challenged. And I let my guard down. And I decided to go to this party. And yeah, I carried around my beer. I had my beer, one beer. I had it all night long, took a swig of it, and it was just nasty. So I literally would carry this beer and pour it out from time to time where no one could see me doing that. But it was nasty. And that just kind of led me to a lot of years running away from the call. And I think I ran because of the fear. The fear of not knowing, the fear of knowing that it would make my life completely different. Because there's a road you have. You've got the world and you've got God. And which road are you going to take? And it's hard sometimes to figure out which road. Well, you know which road's the right road, but sometimes the world road seems a lot easier. And a lot, again, because it's where all your peers are. It's all about how big of a house can I have, how many cars can I have. It's all about it's all about how much. And this road is all about how humble can I be and how much am I willing to give up to serve God. And that's where it's hard. It's hard because you want to be on both roads, but you can't. And so I spent years trying to figure out how can I be a business professional and this, or this. And so it's hard. It's hard to go through that and to figure out which road is the right road. And it's funny because, again, you chase the world and what the world has to offer. So when I was with Just for Feet and Rose with them and all that stuff, and those that don't know, that was a big box shoe store based out of Birmingham. And, that went very well. I was worth quite a bit of money. And it was nice to know it at 29 years old that, I could probably in 5-10 years retire and walk away. But it still wasn't what I wanted. It was money, but I wasn't happy. Long story short, they went bankrupt, and then I became vice president of Papa John's, or PJ United, which is the largest franchisee. So at 31, I was vice president of a big company, and life seemed good. It was nice to know that, again, had stock options, had stock and everything else. Life appeared to be going well, but again, not happy. So then I started kind of, again, I knew. It was never a question of why I wasn't happy. I knew all along it was because I wasn't chasing God. So there became a moment in time where I knew it was time to just surrender and to say, you know what, instead of running away from you, I'm going to run towards you. I want to find out who you are. I want to find out I want to find out who you are, but not just as a God, but as my personal Lord and Savior. And I want to know you as a friend. And once you make that commitment, it changes your world. You can't view the world the same. Then I was invited to go to India, and I spent 2 weeks there and really saw the world for what it is. And I saw the battle that goes on within the world, and allowed me to see a side of God that I'd never seen before, and a side of Satan that I'd never seen before as well. So that changed a lot of what I believed and how I believed. Locally, it became very clear too that I needed to get involved locally. And had some friends that went downtown and kind of started to see some guys, actually just at work. They would get off work on Saturday morning or Sunday morning first thing. 6 a.m., 7 a.m., and they'd go out and talk to people on the streets. And they would do it just by handing them a biscuit and a bottle of water. And it just became a way to knock down the walls and talk to people. Not preach, not judge, not whatever, just talk to people. And then I got involved and started to go each week. And what you learn is they're no different than you and I. There's doctors, there's lawyers, there's engineers, there's all kinds. There's a lot of vets. A lot of vets are downtown the streets, and you learn they're no different than us. But they have made some decisions that aren't good. They are doing some things that we all don't approve of. But a lot of those things are done to hide the hurt and the pain for what's happened in their lives. And it's amazing the difference that a biscuit and water can make in someone's life. It's mind-boggling to give someone that and watch them say thank you. And then over the course of doing it week after week after week, where you know them by name and you talk to them by name, and they start to share with you, they start to open up to you, and all of a sudden you have a friend. And all of a sudden that friend you look forward to seeing every week, and they look forward to seeing to you. And again, it changes your perspective on things that are around you. I've also been to Africa twice, been to Kenya and Uganda, and amazing trips. That again, same thing. Your life's an interesting thing because you always wonder, what difference am I making? And what you learn real quick is one person can impact the world. One person can make a difference. Now, you can't view it as the world per se, but where you are right now in the present place, wherever that is, you're impacting somebody because you're talking to them, because you're spending time with them. We've been to remote villages where we were the first white folks that a lot of teenagers and kids had ever seen before, and that's a pretty wild moment. We've preached with 4 translators at the same time, and that's a unique thing to do as well. But it's just so funny again how one person, if they let themselves go and trust in God, can truly make a difference just by impacting somebody.